This man is doing prevention. This man is running charities on charities on charities on charities on charities. Like, from an outside perspective, my heart just like absolutely just, but like, damn, people are fucking absolutely imbeciles and just like disgusting humans. All right, I'll be honest. We all know this guy named Joe Bartolozzi, or as I like to say, Bartolozzi, because it flows off the tongue very nicely. I have very good videos on my channel where I reacted to something to do with Joe Bart that are doing really well. Sadly, they're my most popular. Kind of wish they weren't. I wish it was a little bit more oriented towards just me being the most popular face on my channel, but it's okay. With that being said, we are checking out a video called The Only Streamer That Cares. This is about Joe Bartolozzi and I believe his rise to fame. I'm not too sure on that, as I'm only judging that based off of thumbnails that I've seen from other creators, as everybody is reacting to this like it is the last drop of water and they are trying to get that in their mouth. That is a weird relation. I apologize, but yeah, let's go. Here we go.
Every night, thousands of viewers pour into their favorite streamers' chat.
True.
Chat.
Chat. Yo, let's get chat.
Get played, what videos get watched, and the streamers who keep them entertained get paid.
That's true. That's true. Damn.
It sounds pretty easy, right?
Can I get some of that?
Just give the chat what it wants.
It don't sound that easy, though.
The problem is, chat never wants just one thing.
That's true,
There's
though.
thousands of people all asking for something different, and no matter what
this is like really well made. Holy.
The biggest streamers learn to follow the majority and keep the party moving, because stopping everything for one unhappy viewer is the cardinal sin of streaming. You don't leave 10,000 people hanging over a single name in the chat.
For that, well,
but what happens when the needs of the one are a matter of life and death?
My girlfriend of 3 years took her own life in November of 2025. Losing my best friend and the person I love most in the world. I'm feeling like my life is no longer worth living, and I've been falling into a bad habit of drug addiction, leading me to on MDMA in December. I don't want to be here anymore.
This is Joe Bartolozzi, and he's one of the only.
Oh, motherfucker! That was like 0 to 100 real quick. That was like the whole energy that Joe Bart gives in general. Jesus, I almost said genuine. My bad. But like, damn, like, man, like I hope all that situation, bro. Oh man, it's such a weird thing. Joe's such like a sentimental person. He seems like he cares about every. Obviously, he could be playing a forefront. That's true, like that in anybody. And the fact that you could be acting about a situation and not actually caring and just like raking in the money and stuff. But with that being said, obviously, I would say that Joe probably cares about majority of people more than most streamers do. That in his chat and stuff. And yeah, I mean that's rough. Like that's a rough place because like ultimately like you're getting this stuff, but you can't really help though. Like you can help to your fullest extent that you can. But you're never going to be able to go to that level for every single person. And I feel like being a streamer, you kind of have to just come to this like realization, almost like a hero would in a story or any book or anything you've ever read in your entire life or watched. You can't save everyone, and it sucks, but you can at least try. Yeah, I think that's like the sentiment. You can't save everyone, but you can at least try to save as many as you can.
Streamers that stops everything when someone needs help.
If a chatter of mine is coming into my chat saying they're suicidal, I am first and foremost going to read their message.
But when you do this, when you make yourself the person people turn to at their lowest, you're also now the one who has to carry the weight of it.
Oh, really?
Because now you're surrounded.
Bro, is that an accurate clip to like actual relation to him crying over something like deep, like fucking emotional, or is that just like out of pocket, like out of like?
Today I decided to end everything. Got a shotgun, can't find it in me to love myself.
Now you're giving away pieces of yourself to everyone.
Yeah, I feel like low-key, like you get like so many people are just gonna come in there and act like you're their therapist. And honestly, I would even I have the same sentiment that I fuck with this mentality that Joe has with helping viewers, and I have that same instance because like I am said viewer and I understand that like perspective of being alone and having nobody in the world, and now you found somebody, you found solace in this existence because of this streamer. But I almost feel like some people who will take advantage of that, and younger people won't understand to what they're doing and the extent that they're saying, obviously just trying to get your attention, or there will be real, like you'll never really know who's real and who's not real, and that's what makes it so difficult and so hard, so difficult. Sorry, that shit like always plays back to me, just kind of make you guys laugh a little bit from Bluey, but it really is true. Like you never know who's being real and who's not being real, and even if you know who's being real and not being real, it's hard to help every single person who's being real, as all different situations may not even closely relate to what you've gone through, and you can't help them, but you try, and sometimes it doesn't work. Some people want help, but they don't actually want the help. They just want you to notice them, and then when you notice them, they're just gone because they never actually wanted to survive. They just wanted to have this notion that they were trying, or maybe attention. It's weird.
Around you.
People are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't.
Yep.
Now it feels like the whole world is on your shoulders.
Now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start themselves.
That's a heavy weight to pick up.
Well, I mean, you should have had that perspective though when you started doing what you were doing. Like I feel like anybody who does, like, I know, like, you're not obligated to know this, but if you go into a situation, like if I go into it, become a big streamer, like Yugi's a great example. Yugi's a cool streamer in a sense, because, you know, he grinded and he worked his way up to respect the grind, respect the effort. I don't like him personally as like the things he does, like a lot of the time. I know it's just for content, but sometimes taking it too far will lead to that observation of it being like, ooh, that's not really just for content anymore though, is it? Like, is it really just for content, or are you like actually being a little serious? Like, your emotions get tied into it when you go too far. That is not the point though. I digress. The thing I'm saying though is Yugi has this like entire thing with him where he goes ahead and, like, he was recently saying, especially in the Joe Bart Bro v Bro against Yugi, he's like, your whole chatter has been coming into my thing, blah blah blah. Bro, you're a streamer, you're streaming with Joe Bart, you're in return for getting more viewership, you are also going to get more hate. In return for playing with a bigger person, you are going to get more hate. In return for dating a celebrity, you're going to get more hate and be noticed by a lot more people. You have to understand these concepts before you go into them, and I'm sure Joe did. This is a different instance of course, because Joe was going into this being a streamer and just wanting to make content and just make people smile and laugh, but then when you take on this role of being like, okay, well, I'll help anybody who comes on my chat, now you're gonna be in that position where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you want to help them, but you also just want to stream and make your content how you want to do it, and not like be obligated to upload just because it saves people's lives. But at the same time, you put yourself in this situation, so who else is there to blame?
And we wanted to know why.
Who is Joe Bartolozzi, and why do you care so deeply about some of the things that you do? Which is maybe a little deep for 10:30 in the morning, but
no, it's all right.
And they never too deep, bro.
Joe Bartolozzi was born on
Oh, we
February
get a whole
6th,
story.
2002, and grew up in southern New Jersey.
Oh,
Joe wasn't the kid you've picked
bro, his face has not changed though.
to become famous online. He was the small, quiet kid, the one getting picked last for everything.
I was kind of like the lanky kid that didn't really know how to control his body, so that's why I was picked last.
But by high school, things started turning around. He hit his growth spurt,
Bro got ripped.
lifting, and went from being the kid nobody picked to a legitimate athlete. So by 2019,
damn, bro,
Joe
was
was a track
moving.
athlete at a Catholic prep school
I ain't never
in
seen
New
these things,
Jersey,
these clip
working
blues.
part-time at a
I don't think most people
GMC,
have.
heading towards a completely normal life.
Ooh,
And then a
TikTok.
Chinese tech company bought a dying lip syncing app.
TikTok is the
Musically, bitch. Yeah, I use Musically.
latest app to
I don't even
capture
want
the
to talk about that,
attention
bro. I
of
was like
teens and young
13,
adults
14.
across
I don't
the
even know.
world.
A Chinese company called
I was 1 year
ByteDance
younger
bought
than
the
Joe.
relatively dead app Musically. They
Musically.
gutted it, rebranded it, and on August 2nd,
TikTok.
2018, TikTok officially hit the app
I
store.
could have, bro. I could have made it huge.
Now, early on, TikTok was mostly just the
God, I don't miss this. Oh my God, this shit was
same
horrendous.
creators who came over from Musically.
It has
So all of
changed
those
so
cringy
much.
lip sync videos and the reputation that came with them carried straight over.
Going through your parents' divorce is more fun than going through TikTok.
for a while there, TikTok as a whole was pretty cringy.
Yeah, I used to get made fun of.
But
Yeah,
even with that reputation, Joe figured he'd
I think if I would have done, I think going through most of the TikTok feed back in the day, like obviously we have our taste change throughout the like years and stuff. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter how you grow, no, it'll change unless like you are like stuck in that era, which is scary, and in itself almost kind of cringy. But yeah, I would say it's probably worse to go through than the divorce.
But anyway, he posted his first TikTok in December of
Joe's
2019.
things were
and got
not-
a few
like, they
hundred
were pretty
likes,
good. I
which
remember
is
watching
nothing
them.
crazy, but
Not
it was
the
enough to make
OG
him post
probably.
another one and another one, and he just kept going. Within a few months, he went from pointing at text on a
Yo,
screen
I remember that. I remember that guy.
to actually
the hat.
talking, ranting straight to the camera about whatever stupid thing pissed him off that day.
Coffee pots floating!
By the time COVID hit, TikTok was becoming
Bro, he's just funny as fuck though. Like he's just loud and funny.
Suddenly,
But what he
TikTokers
says
were
actually makes
performing
sense.
at NBA halftime shows or hanging with the Kardashians. I mean, the D'Amelios were dropping a reality
Yeah,
show.
they had a whole
on
show.
Hulu.
The
It was
shit
the biggest
bust-
app
that
in the
did so
world,
bad.
and Joe had gotten in early. So now you've got a teenage guy, fresh out
Smart.
of high school.
Nowadays
with
it's so
millions of
hard to get
people
even one
watching.
follow, bro. I will say I did have that. I'm not even gonna like act like I was that late. I had like a TikTok. My TikTok has 15K for a reason, dog, or like 14.4. I was making videos oriented towards people liking, sharing, and following about anime, and that shit was hitting. And then I just stopped. I low-key probably could be at like 500K had I kept going.
But what do you think this
But the
does
niche
to
kind
a
of just,
person?
I didn't like it.
It's
I didn't
not
want to
the
be
same
stuck in that.
guise as like a Disney star, right? Because I was nowhere near that level. But
No,
it's
it's
just the
different,
idea
for
of
sure.
like,
But like, it
I was
depends
a
on the Disney star as
teenager
well.
That's getting clout, and I think 99% of the time, that's bad.
And Joe was no exception.
I went from being a really insecure. It was like two polar opposites.
Oh,
right? And I had to
okay.
find the medium.
Oh, okay, I see. So you went from being like a really insecure person to being like a superly, oh, like an overly confident person because of how much viewership he was getting. And I feel like, I would say like, I feel like low key, like what boosted that though, what made that kind of worse is the people saying like, making fun of Joe, making fun of him, and then seeing his success and going, damn, yo, like, yo, Joe, like, dap me up, bro. Like, I've been seeing you get some, you want to be friends type shit. And he's like, no. Yeah, like I'm too good for you now. Like, I feel like that precedent, I know that maybe it didn't have like a huge effect, but even if it wasn't like overly seen and overly noticed, it was definitely an underlying effect. No matter who you are, you're still going to have this precedence where it's like, if somebody's shitting on you and then you start fucking blowing up from that thing that they were crapping on you about, you're going to have some type of ego though.
Like, I used to be really insecure when I was in like middle school or early high school, to a point where like I started working out, I started doing this.
That's awesome
and then
though.
it went like full
That's like my
flop
cousin.
to like narcissism. And so it was like an obsession with myself because of insecurity that
Good
then
recognition,
inflated
though.
my ego to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm awesome.
And you can see it in the content from that era. The captions, the attitude, the way that he carried himself.
So this is my proposal for any women out there that would like to participate in the holiday, but don't have anybody to assist them.
I thought it was low-key more of a joke, but yeah, maybe he was serious about it.
I'm here.
This is the
That's
version
crazy.
of Joe that Joe doesn't like.
That person in that facade I had to do to create that character actually became me for a short period of time, and I hated it.
But as much as Joe hates this version
That is the character, that is the actor, that is like that is literally the definition of like a lot of the big streamers that I talk about. And when I was talking about Yugi, I literally was saying like, I feel like sometimes he can't separate how far he's actually going because of that character that he plays on stream is almost taking over his reality of his actual existence. But then it comes into like, there's still that mold of him who like is actually like a respectful person. And then it's the same iteration with Jason, the Ween, and Lacey sometimes. Like, you're just like, you can see like these things where you're like, damn, bro, that's kind of fucked up. And it's because their character overtakes their like acting character. Obvious, dude, if y'all think these motherfucking streamers are like this off stream, y'all are so crazy, it's insane. The only one I think who's even like remotely close, and I wouldn't even say that, is like, I mean, there's some who probably are, like Ludwig probably is pretty similar, but as I would say in that instance, like Stable Ronaldo, who has like still plays a character, but I would say that like they are meshed almost entirely together to the point where they're like the cohesion is
of
perfect.
himself,
But I still think he's
kind of
better.
owes everything to him. Because that
Yeah.
ego is what gave him the confidence and drive to start making bigger swings in his career. And when you're building yourself from the ground up, those two things can be the difference between success and failure.
I would say the part of the ego he doesn't like is like the confident, disgusting, like personality that he, well, I wouldn't even say disgusting, just I would say almost depravable, like in the sense of like doing stuff that is related to like, oh, like really raunchy or just like, toxic traits. But I feel like having an ego isn't the problem. Like, it's separating that ego, because you can be Isagi and be a genuine goat and not be a dick or not be an asshole. Like, it's that rhetoric of like, okay, I can separate my ego from being an absolute piece of garbage and still being very confident, or I can't and I'm just a piece of garbage and I'm very confident.
You see, everyone wants to start their own thing
a
until they
balance.
realize how
It's a
much work
balancing game.
starting
Balancing
actually
act.
takes. Building your website, setting up payments, all the boring stuff.
Brother, are you getting me with an ad right now? Mother fudger. That was good. Fudge. That got me good, bro.
Head on over to wap.com today.
Low-key hit me with that shit. Low-key hit me with that.
But now back to Joe and the business he
Alright.
was just starting to build. It started with diversifying his audience, because unlike
I made a
YouTube, and
YouTube.
Twitch, your
YouTube Joe, YouTube Joe,
account is
YouTube Joe.
kind of empty on TikTok.
Wait, he was
you can have 1 million
18?
followers on there and make no
Bruh,
money.
I was
because
18.
The platform simply doesn't pay its creators anything worthwhile.
I got it!
Then he'd take the best moments from those streams and post them to YouTube. By fall of that year, Joe was juggling multiple TikTok uploads a day, streaming on Twitch, making YouTube
Was he doing this himself?
content, all while managing his classwork in college.
What was the schedule like?
How the fuck do you do that? I need him to like coach me, bro. Like, genuinely, I need somebody just to tell me, like, slap me in the face really, really hard. Like, I'm talking to the point where I black out, because, bro, I need that shit. Like, I need a schedule like this, bro. Like, how do you balance goddamn schoolwork, fucking Twitch, TikTok clips, YouTube videos, bro? Damn, bro. Unless he was doing the laziest YouTube videos I have ever seen in my life.
And I hate when streamers say, oh, I really needed to drop out to pursue streaming. Like, get the out of here.
I mean,
I was growing and in college the entire time.
I think if they say I have to, that's weird. But if they say I wanted to, that's a difference. That's a difference in wording. It's very important, obviously, to pay attention to that. If they say they had to drop out of college, unless they were taking the max courses, like they were going fucking wild, bro. Like I'm talking top tier every day, like maybe two hours a day to sleep in between both things, bro. But like I had a job, full-time job. I have a daughter, brother, and I was still doing streaming, still doing content. Like I am doing that shit consistent. The only thing I'm not doing that I would love to keep doing is actually, wait, what am I saying? I hit everything on the mark. It's just I need a goddamn job because I'm so fucking broke right now, and I do not have another month, bro.
Thank you for 3 million followers.
4 million followers.
By December, Joe had cleared 5 million
4 million
followers. And
followers.
just a few months after
Sorry,
his
Chad.
first stream, Joe was pulling in nearly 1,000 average
God
viewers
damn.
on Twitch.
It's like a rare
Like,
story
I
though.
was
He's just got a
so
great personality.
obsessed with performance.
Joe was constantly studying social media, trying to
Yeah, and he said that. I saw that recently. And like, I don't know if it was a video or if it was just like a stream that I popped in or something. But he said he used to be like so like obsessed, and he used to do anything for the chat, any game. He would switch. He would do all this to keep the numbers just going up, going up, going up. But then at a certain point, he got so big, and it just came to this realization of like, yeah, I don't need to do whatever the fuck y'all want. I can actually just enjoy the content for the content that it is, and y'all can just sit back and enjoy it, or you can get the fuck out. And that's such a cool mindset, because like, I mean, you got to think of how exhausting it is to try to go ahead and like keep this facade, not even a facade, but like keep this energy up to try to please every single chatter. Like every streamer goes through this, but it's different when you're a gamer, like who's like so obsessed and got this ego and got this, like you want to keep those numbers high. So when you see a low, like even a 100 viewer drop, your brain is like, oh, I'm fucked up. I got to go back. I got to do something different. I got to change it up. Your brain is overthinking it. Like I'm like beyond comparison to other people, as well as doing college, as well as doing all this or that. And I'll keep just trying to keep the content with high energy, bro. Bro, this is unfucking believable. Like I want to be a content creator, but this is damn. You gotta have a brain. You gotta have a different brain for this.
Responded to and why certain videos failed. That confidence had turned into a full-blown obsession. But because of it, Joe was starting to not like the person he saw in the mirror.
Over the span of like a 6-month period where
that makes sense though. That's like
kind of being a dick.
Getting off an addiction almost. Like, it's not just most people don't just go cold turkey.
A variety of things. So I don't know if you can include this in the video. That's up to you. I tripped on mushrooms for the first time, like, and I hate when people talk about like that being a
before he gets into this whole thing, I don't think it was just a factor of realizing he was being an asshole, but I think it was a lot of people probably telling him, yo, dude, you are not being a good person. Like you are very mean. Like I feel like you don't really, and I'm not sure who did that. There was probably a certain person, and like if you know like what I'm talking about right here, you can definitely fully understand. If not, fair enough. Maybe one day you will. But when somebody like kind of hits you with that, like, yo, yeah, you're not like being a cool dude. You're not being cool. Like, and I'm not saying I've ever had that instance of like specific exact moments, but there's definitely been moments in my life where I wasn't a great person. And obviously, you know, that's everybody. They have their own issues. They have their own problems. Everybody's got to work through their own things. And that's the cool thing about living for tomorrow and like living for today and understanding that tomorrow's a new day. And you can always create a better person. But anyway, I digress again. The point of what I'm saying is when that one person tells you, hey man, like, I really don't like the way you're acting. I feel like you're not doing, and it kind of just like, it's like this thing that comes out of like right field, like left field, whatever, right field, left field, whatever. Like it comes out of nowhere and it just slaps you in the face, and you kind of like, it's not like a whole ass Madara Uchiha wake up to reality. You know what I mean? It's like more or less just like that moment of like, damn, like, am I? And you kind of follow these steps of like doing your normal daily things, and you're like, damn, I kind of like am a piece of shit. Like I really am. And I feel like that's kind of that understanding of what he came to. I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I'm telling you, bro, when that one person you like love or care about the most hits you with that shit, bro, it sends you in a different fucking realm, bro. It's like playing Smash Bros and you hit that like that sack in that game, that like the bat sack thing, and you just send that shit flying, high score and everything, bro.
Like a genuine changing factor in their life, because it's like, okay, cornball, like that's what made you know, really have that light switch. But I think it was like, it was a part of it, you know, like it removed the grooves of life that I have gotten into, and it made me reset to a point where I had to kind of look in myself.
Why is it a weird thing to like compare that to? Also, horrible time to pause that out. Wait, hold up.
Wow.
Sorry, that was bad. But like, why is it like a weird thing to compare that to? I would feel like that's a great thing. You're getting this new like entire outlook almost on life. Like I feel like a lot, maybe it's because of the way people talk about it, but to me it's like he tried a new experience. Everybody tries new experiences in life. Like nobody can knock him for doing that or doing anything like that. I mean, they can, they will. People are fucking absolutely imbeciles and just like disgusting humans, but whatever. And they have their own opinions, but it's just like the more or less when people just hate. But like, I feel like that's a great way to talk about it. Like to be like, yeah, I tried this new experience and it gave me this entire new outlook on life. Like genuinely, like it made me realize like this is not who I want to be. This is not the routes I want to go down. Like I'm losing friends, or this is happening. Like, you know, these certain situations and you're like, I don't want this.
I credit my viewers a lot because in that time, parasocial relationships built a little bit, which is bad. But at the same time, there were people coming to me for the first time going, I want to kill myself.
You are chatting to your last streamer because you're ending it all. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Life is amazing.
Now put yourself in that chair for a second. You're 19 years old. You started streaming to play video games, to have fun and make people laugh, and somebody you've never met just told you they're planning their own death. And out of everyone in their life, they picked you to tell.
I feel like no one cares and I want to end it all.
I don't know. It's like a mix of like, damn, like I'm really that. I feel like it's like this like this almost like mindset of like, it's almost like I'm gonna be honest. It's like a mind fuckery, bro. Like you're like, I'm super happy that I'm like the person they came to because at least they have somebody. Like I'm happy I'm here for them, but it sucks that they're in this position. And like you can only do so much as a streamer, bro. Like, and thankfully he was smaller at this time, but like I can't even, dude, he probably gets this on like a fucking, this is probably like a daily message, like something similar to this, and it's actually insane. And fuck, man, this is like a situation where there's so many different like actual routes you can take, and to look at it with just one viewing, like looking glass, is a great thing if you're just that person. I don't know. I don't know in this situation what you fucking do, bro. Like I genuinely have no idea. That's crazy.
I have a date planned, so you'll probably never see me again. I want to say you make me laugh a lot. I'm gonna kill myself October 2nd. No one will remember me.
And this kept happening. Joe would go live, and sooner or later, somebody would show up in a genuine crisis, typing their darkest thoughts into a Twitch chat.
Don't want to be a mood killer. I just want to say my family basically bullies me every day, and I can't get them to stop. I've been thinking about suicide a lot.
When Joe first started getting these messages from chatters, his initial response was the same as anyone with the hearts would be. He wanted to help. Both on stream and off of it, Joe took the time to talk with those viewers, getting to know them on a personal level and giving them real advice just like you would with a friend.
You guys...
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely, I don't know if I've never like met anybody who's like done that yet, but I feel like I'd have the same kind of, I feel like most people would have the same instance as he would. Like, I feel like that's my whole thing is like, you just want to help, bro. Like you're being a streamer, like you are streaming to help people. Like you're not streaming to just do this for like, yeah, you're doing this for fun. Yeah, you're doing this because you love it. But at the end of the day, you know, if you ever garner a viewership, you're doing this to garner a viewership. You're doing this to garner a group of people, a community at the very least, even if it's not huge to the numbers of like fucking Kai Cenat, Queso, Joe Bart right now, obviously. But you're doing this for the idea to have a community. And anybody in that community is almost like, it's not a family. Obviously, they need to know, they need to have this very, very distinct thing that you guys, we are not close. We will never be friends in real life, but I will extend my arms out to help you. I will help you understand, help you understand that this world is a fucking rough ass place, but goddamn does it get better, man. Like it really does. Like no matter where you feel like you're at, no matter the lowest point that you feel like you're at, no matter where you feel like you're going, I promise you there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And that just sounds so cheesy, so chalked up, so overused. But the reason it's overused is because it's true. And I feel like so many people just go with this mindset and they're like, well, I don't want to experience what I'm experiencing right now because it's so bad. And you're so valid for that. But I promise you, if you just open your eyes and look around more, there is a way out, and there always is. And it's terrifying to take that step. But when you take that step, like an entirely new fucking level will open up for you. Like you'll get a new addition to your world map, bro. I swear to God. And that entire like hellscape that you had to escape from, that bottom level dog shit life that you had, will be gone and in the past. And today will be a new day for you to live and experience great things. And I feel like that's what I would say every time. And I feel like Joe is such an awesome person, and he's such a good guy, man.
But there's a harsh reality that all streamers have to learn eventually. Your viewers aren't your friends. They can't be.
I have had probably 20 people come to me about themselves, like on live. The first,
it gets to that, like, and this is where I was saying, and this is exactly what I was saying. it gets to that point where depending on the person, you have like almost like a route that you take. Like it's not like not a route, but like a trail, a path that you take, and everybody has this thing. There's like almost like two types of people. Joe, where he still helps people and still gives them advice and stuff like that. Obviously, he's still a level where he can't do that, but he gives them advice. But it's almost like how much of it is real, how much of it is true, and what can I do for you? And are you just doing this for attention? Like, you're always gonna have questions. You're always gonna be wondering. You're always gonna be thinking. Like, even though you want to help, you can't help everybody. I'm not gonna be your fucking friend just because. Like, and it's a super sad thing to say, but just because you want to. Stuff like that, I can't do that. I can't do that for everybody. I'm one person. Like, I will help you to the best extent that I can, and if you come to my stream, I will talk to you, I will yap to you and make you try to feel better, but there's only so much a person can do in the world. You know what I mean?
2 times it's happened, I have tried to like help them, and then it just ended badly in terms of them getting parasocial towards me and then nonstop coming to me.
You pick up their sense of humor. You learn their opinions, their moods, what makes them laugh, and what sets them off. You come to know them the way you'd know a friend. Except,
I feel like this is where people just get this like iteration. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know how the fuck this happens. Okay, let me change that. I fully understand how this happens. I've watched a lot of creators. I've like genuinely like if I say I love a creator, I just like them as a creator. I think they're awesome. Love is just a nice substitution for like. It's like their content is really fucking awesome. They're top tier. So when I say I love, they're probably one of my favorite creators. And if I like their content, they're super sick. But the point of what I'm saying is, I understand how you could get the parasociality because some people's brain works in a way where if they're really lonely, actually, there's a majority of people. If they're really lonely and they have no friends, they have nobody, they kind of get to this thing where they're like, damn, I know this guy. I know this girl. Like, I know them more than most people do. Like, I feel like low-key we could be good friends. And see, that's the part where you start developing this thing where you're like, you feel like you could be good friends. They don't know you, bruh. They don't know if you don't know them. Shit, you don't know them, bro. You know who they are on stream, bro. That is not who they are. No matter who the fuck you're watching. Me, bro. I am not like this off stream, bro. I'm a cool ass dude and I keep shit real as fuck. But I promise you, like, I am not like this. Like, I'm mad nice to my chatters. Like, I'm strict as fuck, but I'm hella nice. Off stream, like, I'm a nice dude. I respect you. If you respect me, I respect you. I treat everybody the normal way they need to be treated. But I swear to God, you do me wrong, bro, and it's like bah, like it's over because it's this. You don't know me, and I don't know you. I'm down to help you. I'm down to like. I call my chatters friends because I'm not a huge streamer. But I also make sure my chatters know, like, I'm not adding you on Discord. I'm not getting close with you. Like, we ain't doing this. Like, if you want to come through it, do the normal ways that you would do it as a viewer. Go through my community. Go through my Discord. Go through my comments. You know, like, the thing I don't understand is when you get to that point, why are you not just like going, yo, we don't know each other. I'm just watching their goddamn content. Like, what is this like? Oh man, it's just mentally ill. You're mentally ill if you go past that point, bro. Like, and I've hit up some of my favorite creators for like help or just some advice. That's totally fine because that's just like hitting up that's like hitting up a celebrity and be like, hey man, you got any advice? Or hey man, like even almost asking for a collab is a fine thing because you're not, you know, the fine line. Me, when I if I've ever asked for a collab, and I think I have, I don't know if I have. I mean, I've been younger. I've also been like down. I've never asked for a collab specifically. I've been like, unless it was like for a video. But when you do that, you have to understand that I feel like it's just a mindset thing. Because like you can talk to somebody, like I could get in a call with somebody, and like that's not parasocial at all. But if I go, yo man, Joe, we're like best friends, right? What? Be like, Joe, I watch your content all the time, bro. I know you so well, man. I know you better than your parents. Whoa! Like, or if like it's like he helps you one time with something because you're going through something, and then you hit them up 4 times a week. Like, it's like, how do you guys, like, how do people not know to draw the line? How do people not know to get this, like, idea of, like, brother, you are being weird. Like, you are not normal. Like, they don't want to be friends with you. They want to help you as a person. That's it. Boom, bada bing.
Moods, what makes them laugh and what sets them off. You come to know them the way you'd know a friend. Except they have no idea you even exist.
Exactly. Well, I mean, they know you exist. It's kind of weird to say they don't know you exist, but that's crazy.
This is what's called a parasocial relationship. And it can be a dangerous thing.
Now a scary home invasion as 3 masked intruders with guns grab a popular influencer by the hair demanding money.
Oh, this is Amaranth. Was this real?
Turned all the lights on, and then
I know that her husband had a gun
at me.
right? Well, this doesn't
While
feel
most parasocial
too
relationships
but
don't reach
that
this
just feels like
level,
they're robbing
there's
him,
always a
but maybe it is.
possibility that it can.
3 popular Twitch streamers
Oh,
face
yeah,
a
I mean, Real
terrifying
Valkyrie
encounter while
and
live streaming along the Santa Monica Pier.
Kill you right now.
Nah, this was actually crazy. That was actually crazy, bro. Like, what is bro? Like, oh my god, man. Like, I'm not like nobody's like the most like everybody's got their like their kinks and quirks and shit like in their weirdness, but what the fuck is wrong with you to be so pathetic and sorry? Like to this point of like actually affecting another person's life, actually harming or having this intention of even like not even harming. Like, even if this guy was the nicest dude. It's weird, bro. Do you not have a life of your own? Do you not have like an idea of your own to go just live your life? Like, I feel like there's certain certain things that are like, okay, you know, like, but then there's other things where it's like, yeah, like by that I mean there's certain things like you could watch a viewer and you can be like, oh my god, like I love you, and then they're like, hey, you're being a little too, and then you just stop. You know, you learned your lesson, you realize you're like, oh shit, like you got told, you listen. But then it's like, oh dude, you've been texting me over 165 messages. Like at this point, you're being fucking creepy. I saw you outside my window. Like, I'm gonna shoot you. You know what I mean? Like, not literally, but
if the streamer leans too far one way, they might come across as uninterested or cold. But lean too far the other, and viewers can mistake an occasional reply for friendship.
Yeah, that's fucking
please
rough,
stop
man.
following me. It's getting weird. It's getting strange. I don't know you, okay? So please leave me alone.
That's where
We're not
things can
friends.
take a turn for the
I'm a
worse,
streamer.
because now
I make content so you can enjoy it. Sit back in your chair, watch the content, eat your food, watch the stream, shut the fuck up, and don't bother me. Like, I don't know why you got to be like that, bro.
that attention can turn into
That's weird. I also don't. I think I've come to this realization though, creating content more and more and more. And there was a time where I will definitely say like streamers and content creators really helped me through a really depressing time. And I would say like I was the most latched on I was, where I was like, yo, these guys are really fucking dope, and I like watching them because I get out of my mental. But it was never to the point where like I was like, I think I could be friends with them. But I also remembered like I feel like I guess I just could never think like that. I would always sit there and go, yeah, I mean, I feel like I could be cool friends, but I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know if this is them. I don't know if that's how they act off stream. Like, low key, I don't fucking know, bro. How do I know if I'd be close with somebody if I've never talked to them on an actual like actual just conversational level? Like, it's, oh, I'm watching a streamer. I know that this guy and me would be good friends because of his personality. Brother, do you not understand that he's putting on a content creator personality? Like, this isn't who he is, dog. Like, this could be a straight up murderer. But you would never know because he's creating content with this aroma, like this aura of like happiness and just funny. Like you don't know who the fuck you like. It's like saying you could be friends with a random stranger. That is the exact example. It's like saying you could point out a random stranger in a crowd, just random stranger, normal outfit, you know, jeans, t-shirt, nothing on the t-shirt, black t-shirt, no information to give you that you could even slightly, and being like, me and them could be friends. That's fine to say that, I would say, but then to go, I'm a tell them we should I'm a tell them we're friends, because that's like the starting line. You either start there and stop there and never go any further, and you're just like, yeah, I feel like we could be friends. That's fine, that's chill. But then if you're like, I feel like we could be friends, and then you go further, and then you go further, and then you go further. Like, one is a staircase with no further stairs, so you don't develop anything. You just go backwards and you just walk out of there. You just enjoy the content. And the other one is you just keep fucking elevating these like freaky deaky shit, bro, and you're weird, and it's just weird. Like, you're not gonna be friends with a random stranger, so don't act like you're gonna be friends with this person because that's the same iteration. Sorry, I'm yapping a lot. This is a very interesting topic, but I think what I was saying earlier though about like the being friends with them, I don't think I could ever like think like on the level of like, damn, like I watch these content creators and I want to be best friends with them. Nah, bro, I just want to collab. They're normal ass humans, dog. It's the same thing as a celebrity. These people just got lucky, or they have a talent that pushed them to the wide viewing of the world. I would never I would get a little nervous because they got a lot of numbers watching them. And by numbers, I mean people. Yes, I'm referencing people as numbers because at the end of the day, y'all are just viewers, bro. Y'all are just another number to chat. Y'all can type, y'all can text, y'all can do this and that. And I'm not saying you'll never develop a relationship with anybody super big or popular, because that can happen. That can definitely happen, especially if you're not weird about it. Specifically if you're not weird about it, you just have a normal reaction, like, it was good, like, boom, bada bing. It's like meeting another person, another human being, because that's what they are. You're a human being, they're a human being. You're the viewer, they're the creator. Have a separation and understand that. And if something ever develops in the future of random fucking mythological fairies do, then that's how it happens, bro. But don't be weird. Like, I swear to God, like, have I ever met like a creator I knew a creator. I've met. Bro, who have I met? I don't know. I saw Mark Ruffalo though. I did see that dude. He was filming in my town that I used to live in New York. But with that being said, if you ever meet somebody, like my mindset about it is, dog, I would not care. The only thing that would literally even be a little bit of thought process, because that's impossible not to think about, is like, yo, this is a popular motherfucker. This is a popular ass dude or girl, bro. Holy, like, and that's it. And then you just like be like, hey, nice to meet you. Can I get a pic or something? Or like, I don't even think I would do that. I don't think I would care. Like, I really don't. I don't think there's anybody I'd be like, yo, can I get a pic? Can I brag that I met you? Like, and it's not bad to do that. I'm not dissing on anybody who likes a picture, because that's not parasocial. That's not weird. But to me, it's like, I don't care. I just want to collab with people and make content and just make people smile and laugh. I feel like that's where my whole brain process have, like, and I'm not saying I've never felt this like feeling of like, damn, I really like watching this person. Maybe I could be friends with them. But then you have to catch yourself and be like, yo, I don't know them, so fuck that. Like, I don't want to be friends with them. That's the thing you should think. I don't want to be friends with somebody I don't know.
And when the expectation of a response to the next chat isn't met, it can feel less like being ignored by a streamer and more like a betrayal by someone that they thought they knew.
It's a weird parasocial relationship that forms, and you're not even aware that this person is forming that typically until they're like about to show up.
Interesting that you're not sure if they're, but I feel like I've had some really weird interactions in my chat, and it's very quite obvious who has more malicious intent rather than respectful and actual like aptitude of wanting to watch, like, or an actual active wanting, like an actual active mindset to wanting to watch my content just simplistically and or specifically for me. Like, I feel like a lot of it is just like, it comes down to the words they use, the way they type, and obviously that's looking really in depth to it, but I'm also super fucking cautious. There's a lot of things I wouldn't do on the internet, and Amaranth has definitely done a lot more stuff that I feel like a lot of other people haven't. And I'm not saying she should ever be harassed or put in this position, because that's fucking weird as hell to say. But it does leave her more vulnerable than another person. Is that right? No, but that's a different conversation of right and wrong, and that's the world we live in. The existence we live in is, there's always going to be a separating line of whether or not what you're doing will put you in more danger or not, depending on who you are, what gender you are, what race you are, what like age you are. Like, there's so many different realms of like areas that have like this point of like, you're going to be put in more of a risky situation doing what you do. But should you be in that position? Should that happen? Fuck no. That's fucking weird. That's stupid. If somebody's going to do something, they're going to do it at the end of the day. It just leads to more risky situations in a sense, if that makes sense. Basically what I'm saying is, if you're walking in the middle of the night, anybody, by the way, but yes, girls are definitely more at risk at this. If you're walking in the middle of the night and there's a dark alley, or you just keep walking where there's lights and a lot of other people, don't walk down the dark alley, because you'll be putting yourself in a more risky position. Should you have to think like that? No, but that is an entirely different conversation. And it is one that has it's not even a conversation. It's like, no, you shouldn't have to do that. It's the world we live in, but you shouldn't have to do that. That's fucking stupid. And there's other things that people say where it's like, oh, you shouldn't dress like that. See, that's stupid. That's fucking stupid. That has nothing. That's not even an actual intelligent thought process at all. And in this sense, I would say Amaranth was more vulnerable in the way she made her content, and the appeal she brought to people was different than other creators. But at the end of the day, what happened, and it's gonna probably happen no matter what. So people are fucking stupid, pathetic, and weird. Like, it's genuinely weird.
Show up.
The gap is hard to manage, which is why most streamers keep a barrier up
Ludwig, I'm not your friend.
personal stuff.
My sis is dead.
Right, let's try and keep it positive.
Please don't talk about side of my chat, please. This is something I just don't like to hear or talk about, you know?
I get it. I don't really like that kind of mindset, because like I would be like, yo, if you're really going through something and you really need some help, like you can like pop a message or something, you can hit me up separately, that'd be dope. But like, just saying I don't like hearing about it, like, I get you got your preferences and shit, but like, bro, you a big ass creator, man. God damn, bro, you got a lot of people watching you, bro. You could help somebody, like, even if it's just a little bit, man.
And you can't really blame.
To be fair, that's not saying he wouldn't.
Streamers are supposed to entertain. At some point, there has to be a boundary between caring.
You can't blame them, but I also feel like you have to have this responsibility. It's like, if you're a fucking superhero and somebody who has like Make-A-Wish hits you up to help them out, you're not going to turn them down. Or if somebody hits you up who's who actually is, and like you like, and I know there's no way to truly prove that, but like even if it's not true, you gotta still just help them, even if you just send a pre-saved message that's copied over and over with a little bit of changes and stuff. Like it's just that little bit, because even a little bit of recognition, even a little bit of notice, yes, it could become parasocial, but at that point you could stop it. And I'm not saying that there are certain situations that differentiate. Of course, that's how every situation and like every situation in life will work. Is there's always going to be those situations that have a specific thing that directly changes that aptitude of the situation, conflicting with my conversation, which is 95% of the time true, while the 5% that you're saying happens at a different orientation. But what I'm saying is the majority rules of where it doesn't become this parasocial thing. And if it does become this parasocial thing, you can fucking stop it instantly. You can be like, hey, I helped you out, I'm done talking. If you keep commenting me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to block you, as this is the stipulation. You know my rules, you watch me, you love me, and I really wanted to help you. And bada bing, bada boom. And if they go, hey, boom, block. It's just like, and I know like there's certain things that could definitely lead to a scarier route and scarier situation. You kind of have to play like a certain level with this. But if they do that, at the end of the day, they're pushing themselves down deeper in this hole when they could have been helped out of it, because you offered a helping hand, and they kind of just slap their hand after you help them and say, yo, I want more fucking help. I want more food, when there's a limited amount of rations for every single person. You know what I mean? It's like, it just sucks. It sucks, man. It truly does. It sucks people are like that. It sucks people ruin certain things that other people need, because like there's probably real people who really needed help, and they just ruined it for other people, and it became a fucking horrible parasocial situation that now Joe doesn't want to interact with other creators or other people who need help, not creators, viewers who need help, because if he interacts too far, it gets to this point of like, yo, now I gotta play this kind of safe, because they're kind of mentally deranged. If you're parasocial, you're mental. If you are parasocial, you are mentally ill. And if you go to an extent that is like really, really like meeting, like seeing them in person, stalking them, doing whatever that is, like stalking them in person, going to see them in person, doing all that shit, like continuously harassing them, getting their number, doxing them, whatever you do like that, and you have a thing to like actually hurt them or cause any harm towards them, you are mentally ill to the point where I don't think you get help that would actually help you. But if you are starting to be parasocial and you like realize it and you get help, or you stop yourself, you were mentally ill, but you were like, you clutched up and you like came back from that. Because it is, at the end of the day, I will never ever have this concept that if you are parasocial, you are not mentally ill in some format. And I'm not saying like specifically diagnosed with a mental illness. I'm saying that you are not either you are not understanding something, you're too young, or you're just a fucking deranged human being who needs to like actually realize that your life is miserable and sad with how like creepy you are.
About the people watching and becoming responsible for everything that they bring into the chat.
They become too attached to you, where they see you as an actual friend that they have.
That's crazy.
So I feel like that is kind of a boundary that you have to set as a streamer, but it's hard to gauge where that line is.
Joe had every reason to draw that same boundary. He'd answered the heavy messages, taken conversations off stream, and learned what could happen when things become too parasocial.
The first two times I helped somebody with like issues, they just kept messaging me, and then they like got upset when I stopped messaging them. So it's more so that issue.
But
I feel like that isn't even that bad. Am I weird to say that though? Like, not them messaging, that them doing that is like weird, bro. Weird energy, bro. Like, you just thought like this whole thing was gonna develop just because you like him and he don't even know you because he was helping with some suicide shit. Like, what? Like, he was helping you to survive, bro. He's not there to fucking hold your hand your entire life and say, yo, we're best bros now. Like you're not gonna get the 1 in a million Ray Asian boy fucking meeting Kai Cenat and just dabbing him up. Like, the reason, you want to know the reason that worked? Because Ray, from our perspective, by the way, Ray was not parasocial. Ray treated Kai like an actual friend, like an actual like basic, like an actual brother, like just like somebody he could just relate to, and not just like a fucking, oh, hey Kai Cenat, I love you. Like, it's just so weird to go in it like that, bro. Like, and it's okay to like somebody or have like be a fan of somebody, but you're not did you ever think of the rendition that you're not a fan or somebody that they will ever like if you treat them like that? Like, imagine Joe hits you up, hey man, you need help, like I think you were like coming to my chat, like I'm here for you, bro, and you respond and he responds, and then you respond one more time, boom, that's it, bro. And then you need help one more time, maybe in the future, cool. But if you hitting him up like, bro, you're not answering me, oh my gosh, like that's literally the outlook he's gonna have on you. He's gonna have this outlook that you're just insane, like cooped up in a basement, dark as fuck, just typing to Joe. Like, on the other monitor, you got Joe pictures, you got a whole wallpaper. Like, you're like giving such a bad precedence for people who actually need help, and it sucks. It helps. I hate when victims who aren't actually victims play victim, because then it ruins this entire fucking thing for actual victims.
Mental health meant too much to him. Ignoring somebody who might not make it through the night.
But sorry, I was saying that is it really that bad to just hit the block button after that, though? Like, I don't got that type of like. Am I like a bad person? Because like if somebody was like, I tried to help somebody and then they treated my help by throwing fucking trash at it and getting angry at me, am I really like that weird to just say I'm blocking them and moving on? Like maybe I'm a little worried they're gonna come stalk me or come shoot me, but I'm gonna have a gun by my side. Like I'm not that worried.
It was never a choice he could live with. After those early mistakes, Joe implemented 2 important factors that would eliminate those odd parasocial dynamics
Don't hit me
from
up, I
coming into
assume.
the picture. For starters, he removed any one-on-one interaction. All conversations with chatters were strictly held on stream from the Twitch chat.
I've prepared to go, tired of waiting for things to improve. You are my escape. Thank you, dude. If you're saying you're gonna kill yourself, don't. I know this was 10 minutes ago. I hope you're still here.
And second, but most importantly, he made the pivot from trying to be the help himself and became the middleman.
Fine if you're depressed and you want to come to me for advice, but when it comes to the gravity of seeking an expert is better than seeking Joe Bartolozzi, a Twitch streamer, TikToker. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting concept. I understand what he's saying. I do agree that a professional is better. And I think the reason I think the reason it's better for him as well, more or less almost honestly, is because they would grow and they have an attachment to him. And that's why they're okay with coming to his chat, because they watch him, they know him. And the attachment might not be parasocial, it just might be somebody like they're kind of like, oh, he's somebody who makes me laugh and smile. That's fine. That is fucking awesome. That's actually probably what Joe wants. But it's the point to when, if he does help, then you go this concept of like, oh, like we're friends now, right? Like we're actually friends because you responded to me. No. And that's where like I like this mindset. I low-key would like, I don't mind helping people. No, I don't even think I think if I had a lot of viewers, it would get over the top. But I feel like if you could just shift out like the ones who are good and bad and like actually help the ones who need it. But I guess that's hard. I don't know. It's cool to be the middleman. I think that's good. I think he also says stuff to them and tries to help. He says, don't do it. He says you should get help from a professional. I will help you to the fullest extent that I can on stream, as I don't want to. That's like fine. If he says it exactly like that, that is awesome. I think a professional is good, but I think a professional for some people don't really like. A lot of people look at that and they're like, okay, first off, money grab in an instance. Obviously, there's other things you could use in suicide lines and stuff, but everybody gets paid at the end of the day. Even Joe would get paid, but Joe isn't getting paid to do therapy sessions, so he's taking his time out of the day, and you know he's doing it with his actual full emotional and understanding of the situation, trying to understand the situation, and actual care. And I'm not saying the people there at the jobs aren't and stuff, and I don't know if they all get paid. I don't know the full rendition of people who work at the hotline, suicide hotline, as well as like therapists. They do get paid, but my point is like they know Joe like to the extent of it being on stream, so him saying some words, even if it's 10 words, will mean more to them than a therapist. That's the only part I don't agree with. I think it's better though for Joe, and I think it's better for any streamer to say this, like go do this hotline, go do this, because like as much as I can help you, I am one person. I can't help everybody, so and that's as far as it'll really go. I hope you're okay. I hope you can keep tuning in on the streams. But with that being said, you should go get help from a professional, because they can help you more, so you can go ahead and keep living and enjoying the streams as well as just enjoying your life in general. And I do understand that. That makes a lot more sense.
For those who came into
it's
the
hard,
chat
it's hard,
help,
especially for
was
Joe
there
who probably
giving them a few
cares.
encouraging words and push them in the right direction.
I've had not so good thoughts, if you know what I mean, and listening to your advice and others has helped me even during those hard times. If you ever have thoughts, reach out to somebody, genuinely. Go to a therapist, psychiatrist, talk to somebody that can help you. It's not the answer. Like there's only so much I'm able to do as a creator.
Exactly.
Especially seeing that I don't know the person.
It's like being in a, okay, the best example I can give, and it's going to sound crazy, but it's really true. It's like standing in a stadium, okay? And you have the stadium is full, okay? You're a football player, a American football player, you're a baseball player, and somebody screams out and says, can you help me? Like, okay? Everybody else is cheering. Yes, you may hear that one person say that, but after that one person says that, it's going to start a chain effect of people trying to get the attention. And it's awful, but it's true. And then even if everybody who says it is true, you can't help everybody in the exact moment. And even if you could help everybody in the exact moment, there's just so many people to get through. And it's just, And you also don't know their life. You can't go full depth into their life and give them that experience. And that's why there's professionals for this. So that does make sense. And I agree full-heartedly. And anybody who doesn't understand what I'm saying is, if a baseball player is playing their sport, they're playing that sport to entertain you. Yes, you are the viewer. And yes, you are at the end of the day, giving them money and letting them do that job. But they are also giving you entertainment, hence why you're paying the money. So they don't need to help you. And Joe doesn't need to help anybody. Even the little bit of help that he does send people's way is amazing in itself. But if you're a pro baseball player and somebody yells that they're going to, you know, a lot of people just ignore that. And it is true. It's sad, but they can't help everyone. It's not possible. So if you're in a stadium, you're not going to yell that out. You're not going to do that. You may text them, but they might not respond because, you know, they're fucking famous and they're baseball players or football players or American football players. You know, they're most likely not going to respond. If they do, it's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be one message and done. And that's the thing. Same thing for Joe. Bro has 15,000 people watching. You think bro is going to be like every single person, every single time, every single instance take fucking 10. It would take longer than just one interaction of a message to even help you anyway. But I think him responding on stream is just as good, because that moment of response can give that person a mindset or a different enlightenment of like, damn, okay, this guy actually helped out, and he actually, like, he's somebody who's big and he still had cared for the low guy like me. Maybe it's possible that I can keep going. And that's like where the difference, I think, comes in, of like the intersection of being like a therapist in Joe is Joe will be able to have a bigger impact on people who are actually need the help versus a therapist. But the thing for Joe that kind of is like the teeter-totter between actually wanting to help and now not being able to help is parasociality. And I don't even think that's a word, but it just sounds fucking badass. To refer to parasocialness, obviously that in itself is not badass. It's just a word. I like the ality part. But yeah.
So that's why I try to do the charity
It's rough.
For, like, you know, 988 or AFSP or Trevor Project.
But by the time Joe graduated college, things had started to change. His viewer count climbed to some of the highest in all of streaming, and managing the expectation of that many chatters is a totally different beast.
Like, right now, I average 10K. Chat's horrible.
Yeah?
Like, yeah. I gotta lock in. I want to get into the videos. I'm starting to get stressed the fuck out. I'm starting to get stressed the fuck out. I could tell this was going to happen at the start of stream when I got like 9 messages just unloaded onto me.
With this many viewers watching, Joe found himself caught between two
way higher
groups
than
that wanted
that.
completely different things from him. Because on one hand, some
they don't even
viewers
have another
felt he
generator
wasn't
for that.
doing enough to help.
I guess even my favorite streamer doesn't care about me.
See, and that's crazy. And at that point, I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you, bro. And maybe I'm just cynical, bro, in a sense. Like, I just don't care that, like, to that extent. Like, everybody goes through fucking issues. My response would be like, I guarantee you, like, I guarantee you at least half of my chat has issues in life, has struggles. But they understand that I'm one person and I can't respond to every single message. So if I get to your message or I don't get to your message, or if I say something in general, I'm referring to everybody. When you live your life, you're going to have struggles. You're going to have hard moments. And this is going for everybody. I care about you all. You guys are my viewers. I appreciate you all. But at the end of the day, I can only do so much as one person. So if you're having a hard time, I hope you're doing all right. And I hope you're doing okay. But if you're going to type messages like that at the end of the day, I'm not really going to feel like I'm not going to have a positive response to you. So lock in, chat. Let's go. And I'm kind of just move on. I don't even, like, there's two sides. I would either say that, and if it was on a continuous basis, I'd just be like, yo, just ban him. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe not ban him, but like what the fuck are you expecting out of me? Like, I'm a human, dog. I can't solve all your goddamn issues. Lock the fuck in, twin. Like, if you're not going to be respectful in my chat and actually be like, hey, like, I appreciate your kind words. Instead, you're going to be like, well, I guess my favorite streamer don't care about me. I'm going to be like, I guess I don't, because evidently you can't recognize the care that is shown in my streams on a daily basis to all of my viewers. So what the fuck is the point of me saying anything else to you? Lock in, chat. Let's get it moving. If he types another thing about that shit, block him. Like, it's like you're just doing that shit for attention. No fucking person in actual sorrow and sadness is typing, I guess my favorite streamer doesn't care about me, brother. You're just, at that point, you're manipulating. At that point, you're manipulating me. You're trying to guilt trip me into fucking feeling bad for you, beyond the extent that I've already felt bad. I feel bad for every single chatter who has an issue, and I'm saying this from probably Joe's mindset, is he probably feels awful for anybody who feels and actually has an issue. But if you're coming in and typing that, you're guilt tripping me, and after that, it's fucking Jover, bro. You lost all of my respect. You lost any respect that you could have had. You lost any help that I would have sent your way, because now it's just over, bro. Like, I do care about my chat. I always care about my chat. I'm always there. I'm always stacked. I'm always everything I can be for my chat, because I'm one human. That shit pisses me off because it's like this mindset of like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's just like, and I'm not even like somebody who avidly watches Joe on like a daily basis beyond. Like, I'm sure there's way more people watching more. I've seen a lot of clips by him. He's a go-to dude. He seems really nice on stream, and that's awesome. And I enjoy his content, of course. But to say in the specific clips that I've seen, this man is always caring. This man is doing prevention. This man is running charities on charities on charities on charities on charities. This motherfucker is trying as hard as he can as one human being with the schedule of, like, genuinely the schedule of like 1,000 fucking people because of how much he gets done, bro. Like, he's a good ass dude and he cares about his chat. What pisses me off is there's so many people who care and actually do good shit, and then there's these other people who are children, or if not children, adults who are just what is wrong with you, bro? Like, I guess even my biggest favorite streamer doesn't care about me. He has 50,000 viewers, but you know, I guess he doesn't care about me. I'm sorry, chat.
Comment. I have 5,000 people in my stream that are spamming right now. I'm also playing a video game, and then I don't respond to you, and you pull this.
Joe, 15,000 people watching, or 5,000, however many it was. Joe, can you give me advice? I got rejected by 5 girls this year. I've done everything. I improved myself. I'm going to the gym. I'm focusing on myself. I'm really depressed. And like, if I saw that message, what the fuck do you want me to say? Just keep doing it, man. Just keep doing you, bro. Keep getting better for yourself. Don't live for the people who are rejecting or accepting you. Live for the exception of your live so that you can look in the mirror and accept yourself before you go out and try to find love, because if you can't handle a rejection, then you're not ready for that step. Just keep improving yourself, because I promise you, boom. And then, Joe, can you help me out? I'm really and depressed. I've been doing everything to improve myself, but still feel like everyone hates me. I guess even my favorite streamer doesn't care about me. And I guess I could understand that they're doing it, not doing it. Wow, they followed the same day they created their account. I guess, to be fair, they could be like meaning this in a different sense of, like, I guess even like in a depressing sense, but you can't type that in a chat and not understand the repercussions that it's going to have. Being like, I guess even my favorite streamer doesn't care about me because bro didn't respond to your message. Brother fucker, bro. Like, if you're really that sad, like, I just don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, especially this situation, dog. Like, I would care, but motherfucker.
Trip here.
But on the other hand, there was a totally different group of viewers that were tired of the stream constantly stopping.
Jesus, dude, I like watching your streams, but when you go on rants like this, that's all you do all the time. That's annoying. Play the game.
Yo, I'm gonna say this right now before he says it. Don't fucking watch me then, homie. What the hell are you yapping about? If you don't like me ranting, then you don't like me. That's what I fucking do. And I rant as well. I yap as well. Joe yaps, so I can kind of understand the same rhetoric. I've had people comment. I do reactions. I've done reactions for quite a bit of time. I stopped here and there, but I've done them for quite a bit. And a lot of people go, can you stop yapping and just watch the video, man? And I'm just like, bro, don't watch my content. I'm reacting. You're not watching the video. Go watch the video if you don't want my reaction. You're watching my video because you're watching reactions. I don't give a fuck if you don't like the yapping. I'm the content creator and I'm yapping because I like yapping. I'm yapping to give this video my input on the video so then I can conversate with y'all. If you're not going to conversate and you're just going to stop yapping, don't watch me or reactions, because I promise you're going to get the same exact fucking response, you absolute imbecile. And if you don't like me yapping during a game, go watch a different creator like the Rad Brad, who barely says anything in his videos. The Rad Brad, but that's an entirely different type of content.
Do me a favor and never watch me again. Do me a favor and go f yourself.
No matter what Joe did, someone felt ignored, and the messages were starting to get more demanding. Early on, people would briefly mention that they were struggling, and Joe would offer a few words of encouragement. Now they wanted more.
Like, every stream, it's been getting more and more and more,
well, they just want attention.
Like, involved, where people are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't.
Bro, I'm not Bob the Builder.
I'm sorry.
I'm just a human. I'm having the same issues.
Who genuinely needed help and who was only looking
and that's the thing we were trying to kind of talking about.
Balance keeping everybody happy, and then also sorting through people who are just doing it for attention.
I mean, that's the struggle, because
that's
I'm
the hardest part.
Prevention advocate. That is an avenue that a lot of people use to manipulate their way into being noticed or speaking to me on stream. And so, yeah, if there's 10 chats saying they're suicidal, 6 of them are fake.
That's just fucking insanely pathetic and sad.
Because I do so much mental health advocacy, the amount of people that come in...
Just want to say goodbye. I've got no one left, so it only feels right. And they keep just typing and typing, and it can kind of, I feel like you kind of get like almost like a sixth sense to discern whether or not who's being real and who's not being real. And it's obviously still very hard, and you could definitely be off, but like somebody who spams it, you know, they're not being real. That's definitely one showing. Obviously, some people might find that pattern, and even if they don't spam it, they might not be being real. It's just, yeah.
Fake being was absurd. I had one chatter
That's
that
insane.
came in and they say, hey, I'm the mother of so-and-so. He took his own life. I just wanted to let you know you were his favorite streamer.
Saw this, yep.
I'm sorry that he
Was
took
that not
his
real?
life. I don't really know.
No
what to
way.
say. I'm sorry. I hope you're all right. I'm sorry for the loss of your son. Ugh. Come to find out, they come back a month later and they're like, my brother typed that, banned his, blocked him. You're the chatter? I knew that, bro. I'm banning you, man. That's fucking weird as shit.
Oh. And you know what sucks so much is like there, and this is just like, this is honestly just how the human mindset, like the brain works, is it kind of leaves like even if it's not like a big like stamp, even if it's a tiny little stamp, it just leaves this tiny little stamp that will sadly affect Joe's next like interaction with somebody who may type that, and that actually might be real and true. Is his instant reaction is going to be like, is this fucking real, bro? Like the last one was fake. I already thought that one was fake, and now this one, bro. Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like your mindset, and I don't think he would do that, but it would definitely be a confliction of like, damn, bro, you even being like, he wouldn't be able to have a genuine reaction at all, and a genuine like emotional like caring point for that person, because it's like I get so many of these fake messages. Like how do I understand and determine whether or not they're real or fake? Like that's so pathetic, man. Oh, that's so messed up.
This leaves Joe
That makes me so mad. That makes me so mad.
To get right.
If I'm being honest, I think a large portion of people that come into my chat and say stuff that's idle are lying. But I have to treat them all as if they're real, because then I could, on an off chance, not take somebody seriously that is serious.
Damn, that's such a way. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. If he doesn't take it serious, it's better to take it serious. Why so serious? Sorry. It's better to take it serious than to not take it serious, because if you don't take it serious and that person really did need help, that could be like that, almost like their death sentence in a sense, which is super sad to say. And if you do take it real, then you could help them, but you'd still have to be treating the people who are faking it with a little bit more admiration than other chatters, and that's exactly what they want, which is just horrible and sad that they're even doing that. And yeah, like I said, the precedence is almost stuck in Joe's brain now, where it's like half of the majority, he thinks majority of them are fake, because even one, it's like in a relationship, and I've had this happen. I wasn't the greatest boyfriend for sure, where you lie about something, and then that lie is basically almost like the entirety of the next, like your relationship. It's what one lie versus 10,000 truths it is a more detrimental and more important in a sense, not important in a good way, but important in the fact that it matters more than those truths. Truly, it is.
And that's the worst thing you could do.
Ignoring the wrong message could have serious consequences, but responding
It's
to
not
every
Joe's
message was impossible.
job, though,
and the
to
pressure of
make them
trying
stay
was
alive.
beginning to wear
Joe's job, in a sense, it's not even his job. Joe doesn't have to. Joe does not have to help anybody, but at the end of the day, Joe chooses to, because that's the right thing to do morally in our human coded brain, morally correct, right? He helps them nonetheless, knowing that there's definitely consequences that could happen. But the thing that is important here is Joe doesn't have to help you, because you are just like a viewer at the end of the day, and he could just say a few words, and no matter what happens after that is not Joe's fault. That's, I think, where the line needs to be drawn, especially, is no matter what you do, the information Joe gives to help you, if you choose to take your own life, that is not on Joe in any way, shape, or form. There's nothing that Joe could have done to change that, because if you're already in this mindset to do it, you're probably not going to stop.
Down.
I feel bad, and
not that that's true.
This. It's like I wish I could.
Not that there's no way that will ever happen, but there's nothing more Joe would be able to do for you, because how would there's no way he can discern and decipher who is real, who is not, who is actually going through the worst struggles, who's going through a real struggle, who's this, that,
to help. But like sometimes I can't, like there's only so much I'm able to do as a creator. Especially seeing that I don't know the person.
But there's one message that weighs on Joe the most. It's one that he's heard over and over again, that for some viewers, he's the only reason that they're still alive.
That's an awesome one. That's a good one, because it's real. That one's real. No matter, even if it isn't, bro. Save my life, dead at. I'm so serious. I only stopped from Kit myself only because he had a React stream coming up. #thanks.
You were there when my dad passed. You saved me from ending my own life more than anyone should. I've realized so much because of you. I can't thank you enough. You unknowingly have helped me with a lot. My life has gotten a lot better since watching you from your philosophy stuff. Never had a favorite streamer until I watched your streams, and it kind of saved my life, no pressure. I wanted to myself, you saved my life. I did not save your life. You saved your own life. Please get the help you need, though. If I'm the only reason that you stopped, wanting to kill yourself in that moment, you need a lot of help outside of just watching my content.
When you hear some of those stories, how big of a toll does that take on you? Because, like,
brother, this ain't even about me, and I'm like tearing up, bro. Like that is insane. Like it's not a weight put on my back. I don't think it would ever be a weight put on my back, but it would definitely be something like I could definitely understand it definitely building stress in your brain.
I'm watching through some of their clips, talking to people like this. A lot of the chat is asking, who is checking on Joe?
I'm starting
got a therapy
soon.
He already started.
I'm not saying it's bad to have my videos as like something to fall back on to make you feel happier versus like I'm suicidal, your videos are the only thing that's keeping me alive.
Take a second.
It's kind of the rhetoric of like, what if I stopped uploading? Would you still live? You need to live for you and not for the content that I make. Like you sound right now, you're living for an objective that is being portrayed, that is being created from another human being. If that human being were to die, or that human being was to just stop uploading, just disappear, like you need to be able to continue living. You're living every day, basically paycheck to paycheck of your life though. So if I don't upload or I don't make a video, are you struggling more that day or are you okay? Because, and I understand it's okay for me to, I feel like it's okay. Like if I was a creator, like it'd be okay for me to be the reason you live and survived in that moment. But right after that moment, you should kind of catch this realization, like watching me, specifically Joe, watching me, knowing that you like need help. That like I always like Joe is always like going ahead and saying this, and by the way, I was talking like the third, like I was talking like the first person as if like I was Joe, because that's like the kind of concept is like you have to look from his eyesight or you'll never understand. You really can't even fully understand if you're not in his position, even from my like point of view. Like I'm trying to, but I have a good rendition of like understanding things from a super crazy like brain capacity and looking from like left and right and like back and up and down. You have to look from every single angle in every single situation, and obviously you're not going to be able to fulfill that entire desire of wanting to understand the exact situation, but you can try to the full extent. That's why it's cool he's answering a lot of questions. But the point is it's cool that I helped you, and I'm very happy that I helped you, and I'm very happy my videos do that, as that is one of the big reasons that I love creating content, is it helps every single person who watches it, or if it doesn't help a person, they get to laugh or enjoy it for even a momentary lapse of a second, because that is something that brings joy to me. But at the end of the day, truly, you're living for you. Every day is your life. Every day is your life, your decisions, your moments, your time, your seconds, your hours. All this shit is derived for you because it is your life. My life is the same factor, but it's for me. I create content for me, and then you guys get to watch it. So then it's created for you. But that does not mean that this should be your end all. You should have other things in your life that you want to proceed and go towards and push towards and just try for. Like at the end of the day, if you are not okay without my videos, you need more help, because truly you need to live for yourself, because you're an amazing person. So, bro.
And think about what that actually means for the person receiving it. Somebody just told you that your uploads are load-bearing for their existence.
Don't tell me that. Like I'm glad I'm able to help, man, but like get help. Like get help. Please.
It's a hard situation. I think I've definitely like, yeah, no, I feel like guys, like, I feel like I understand what he's saying. I mean, I'm not this big, so I guess I don't. And it probably gets to a point where it's like, bro, like, I'm glad I'm helping. I'm glad my videos are doing good, but like, please just go ahead and get help and continue like to prosper yourself. Enjoy my videos on the sideline. Keep letting them create happiness for you, because that's what I love making content for. But at the end of the day, I want you to be able to live your life without me next to you. It's like don't live for your partner, still live for yourself, but create an existence that you're happy with, so that partner can also have a happy life. Like you don't live for your partner, you live for you. Your life is your life. Your moments are your moments. Like if that partner leaves you, you should be able to continue on forward and live your life, because they are not your existence. You are your existence. Like if you live for your kid, sure, that is valid as fuck, right? Because that's a different realm and a different territory, as they will always be in your life. But a significant other is somebody who can leave you at any momentary like lapse or second or moment. And obviously everybody believes their significant other is going to be their significant other for life, and that's fine, and you can live for them, but don't ever stop living for yourself. So for real, like it's just like, and you can comment, like if anybody commented on my videos, I'm gonna say this from my perspective. If anybody ever commented on my videos, man, bro, you're the reason I fucking like live today. Like you're the reason I survived. Like I would have done it if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much. I'd be like, I'm so happy that I can do that for you. Like, I understand Joe, he's probably got a lot of stress built up, and if it was like thousands of the comments, my response every time would be, I'm so happy, thank you for commenting that, I'm glad I could do that for you. I hope you're getting help, because you really, if you are not getting help and you are not okay without my videos, I really hope you are okay at some point, because you deserve to be happy. Every human deserves to be happy. Obviously that is a select few, with like 2% being not. So yeah, that's my mindset.
So what happens if you take a break?
I don't think it would ever get to me, but maybe.
Burn out and quit.
Exactly, and
On
that's
some
why
level, Joe now feels like he has to keep posting, because somewhere out there, somebody's hanging on by his streaming schedule.
There will be people that will like come to my chat and they're like, hey, you prevented me from killing myself because I saw one of your videos and it made me laugh. On surface level, that's great. If you're me, now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are going to start killing themselves.
Interesting. That's not how I would ever take that. Like, I guess this is in hindsight, right? Like, if I was in this situation, would I think this? But I don't think I would. I don't think I have that mentality. Like, and he's a very heavy prevention guy, and which is awesome. That's fucking dope. I've never really been in that whole area or realm, honestly. I've went through a lot of different instances in my life where I've said different things about. I've come to this kind of final understanding that, like, it's terrifying. Like, I'm not brave enough to do it. It isn't brave. It's not intelligent to do it, in the sense that. So here's my outlook on. I guess I'll skip this shit. My outlook is, it's not brave. Brave isn't the right word to use, but it does take a level of, like, I would never be able to do that. Ever. In my life. Like, ever in my existence, I would never be able to. I don't think, even if I lost everything dear to me, everything close to me, everything. I mean, maybe like just one thing, and I'm not, you guys can just take a prediction if you know who I am, but, and just keep it to yourself. But that one thing is the only thing that would ever lead me to that point of, like, just breaking point of just like letting it all go, just not caring about anything. But I don't think I'd ever be able to just take it. And it's not, it's a sense of, like, you're so defeated and you hate yourself so much, or you're in this situation where you think you can never escape. And it really truly leads to that format if you think you'll never escape it, because if you can never escape it, you're always going to live through this, and that sadness and terror and that depressing moment in your brain always telling you you're just not worth it, you're not enough, you're nothing, you're garbage, everybody hates you, yada yada yada. But that the truth is, like, you are important, you do matter. And I think very dumb, because I feel like if you just push through it, you could be in a place of enlightenment, but not dumb in the sense that you're stupid or dumb. I think it's dumb that it exists in this world as a thing that people do, because I feel like those people who have done it and have gone are people who would be so loved by so many people had they just been able to push a little further, a little harder. And I know it's fucking insane. I know this world is like killer gut punches after gut punches. My man, I am never not struggling. My life is always on the edge, like railroad. I'm always twisted in my brain. I'm always struggling. I'm asking for help all the time. Ask for help. Ask for help from everybody. You get told no by one person, ask for help from another person. If you get told no by 50 people, that 51st person might be your life, might be your savior, might be your fucking true God who you believe in. Like, and I'm not saying that in like a cult sense. I'm saying that in you're like your best friend for life now, because they helped you. They decided to help. 50 people could tell you no. The 51st person could tell you yes, and that would absolutely destroy all those people who told you no. I'm telling you, man, live for fucking today, experience today. If it's hard today, then know tomorrow is a brand new day and you could change it entirely in a moment's fucking notice.
Hey, if you're
suicide is not worth it.
Oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start.
I'm never having this mindset though. I would never have the mindset.
There's the sheer exposure to darkness.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. I can't fucking change that, bro. If you're gonna do it, my videos exist. Joe has videos on videos on videos on videos. If I don't post for one fucking day, if I don't stream for 5 days, if I don't post for a month, if I don't stream for a month, I got backlog. Watch them all again. Rewatch them. Go fuck it. Like, if you are at that point where I am your only savior in life, then you are obviously not okay. And no matter what I do, no matter what happens, nothing I do is going to change that, because you're already to that breaking point, to that leading point. I've tried and tried and tried. I am a person, a human creator. There is no way that I could change the absolute reality for every human being in my chat. Simplest, honestly, for any of you, because I am a human who also deals with things. I will help you to the fullest extent that I can, but that is as far as I can go. And I hope that you find help and find solace somewhere in your life, because you are truly worth it and you truly matter. That is it. That's where it would go.
And when you're surrounded by that much pain for that long, it eventually starts to get in.
That's like the one thing, is the emotional drain, I guess. Like, I put
good ass dude though.
A lot out,
After every stream, Joe sits there for an hour, just coming back down from what the job took out of him.
Like, when I'm done stream, I get off. I literally sit there in, like, silence for maybe an hour. I need, like, time to decompress, just because that is a lot at times.
That's valid.
It takes a toll, and I've gotten used to it, but it kind of builds. Like, I'll be good for a month, and then there'll be a week where I'm just, like, not there emotionally, I guess. And that's, like, a problem.
So the obvious question is, why keep doing it? Every other streamer proves you can just let the messages scroll and the career survives. Joe could put up the full wall tomorrow and nobody
That's not who Joe is, though. That's a personality.
I'm not acting like I'm some role model, but if people are going through stuff and I recognize that they're watching my content to help them, that I want them to have some sort of guidance of redirection to be better themselves and also better their own mental health in a way that's good for them.
Joe did the math and decided helping people is worth what it costs him.
I enjoy making people happy more than the other aspects of the job. And that's what enables me to deal with this too. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, push through the negative because you make money. I think I push through the negative because I can affect people more positively.
Bro's already like a fucking millionaire times 10, bro.
Once he saw what his platform could do for people at their lowest, walking away from that stopped being an option he could live with.
Thank you. My mom was diagnosed with cancer about 9 months ago.
Sorry to hear that.
We would watch your videos and streams. We loved your philosophy streams. She also majored in philosophy.
Really?
A week ago, I found out she has two
more days to live. One of the final things we did was watch one of your YouTube videos. Your videos remind me of good memories. She passed away yesterday and you helped me cope. Just wanted to say thank you so much. You helped more than you'll ever know.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh my god. Yo, that's just gonna make me cry.
Bro, that's like... That's so adorable. Like, it's so sad, but it's so cute. It's so awesome that you guys like had that that bond, and Joe was that bond. Like, I can't even imagine, bro. That's like, from an outside perspective, my heart just like absolutely just, but like, damn.
It's a weird job, dude. It's a weird job in social media. There's a lot of but it's one of the most like rewarding experiences.
Oh, I bet, man.
Just to be able to be someone to help other people is something that I want to do. Yeah, the money's good. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, fuck yeah. You can't deny the money ain't great. And that denying that would be almost like an entire shot to the person that is talking about it. But he's honest enough to say that it's
like,
good.
On a deeper level, dude, being able to
bro,
make
imagine
people's
that.
days is like,
oh, dude, that's so sick.
Genuinely what I want to do. And
that's so sick.
I'm glad that I can.
That's very well done. Very well video. Very amazing video. I mean, obviously, very well fucking made. Very well formatted. Great questions. Great deep questions. Great like great deep dive, not just into the past life that he's had, but to the past life that he's had that almost showed his growth and showed his experiences and showed what created this person. And it shows that I almost feel like Joe is like this perfect example of somebody who had this person that he didn't like, and it could definitely relate to a lot of people, a lot of their depression. And he created this, and he almost was molded into like some fucking Han Solo shit, molded in this person who was like a lot better, who he liked more, who he started to like believe in more, and he's getting better and better. And obviously he has his own struggles in life, and everybody has their own struggles in life, and nobody is perfect. Nobody's going to ever be in that perfect realm, but he knows what it means to have to go through a crisis in a sense. And it's not like a life crisis where it could have ruined everything, but in a sense, if he kept going down the path he was going, it could have led to that. And anybody has those instances where just a momentary lapse of judgment will make you real, and like you'll understand afterwards of like, wow, I could have been that same place. Like, damn, bro, honestly, I would love that. Like that's like, I feel like that's a dream. I feel like that's a dream, right? To make people smile. Like I've had comments like Goosey has come to my chat, Curry, like just people in general, like, bro, you make amazing content. It makes me smile, makes me laugh. Like, your content's amazing, man. You earned a sub or something like that. Like, it's just small levels, because obviously I'm not a bit huge or anything, but just that one interaction is just enough to like fill your energy for another fucking like month, 2 months of just nonstop happiness, grinding, content, energy, all this and things in existence. Because there is hard shit. Like I'm going through hard shit every single day, bro. I'm broke as fuck right now, bro. I can't find a job and all this instances. And I can complain and complain and complain, but I won't, because I gotta lock the fuck in and keep grinding. And yes, these people bring happiness to me, but they're not the end all of all time. They're the people that they can help me, boom, stop for a second, watch their content, lock in. Boom, you know, got a little happiness, I'm ready to go. Yes, they help, but they're not the ones who will create my happiness. I'm the one who creates my happiness, because at the end of the day, I'm the one who makes my decisions in my life, and that's the same for all of you. And I hope that everybody can be happy and everybody can smile. I've gone through a lot of shit in my life. I've done a lot of shit that I regret. I've had a lot of things happen to me that I wish didn't. But at the end of the day, you can only live for today, not for yesterday or for tomorrow. It's one of my favorite sayings that I've heard from Joe. So that's obviously why I like Joe. I like Joe because of the philosophy and shit. I feel like his brain works in a similar sense to mine, where he's always just thinking and thinking and thinking. And that's how my brain instance goes. Granted, he's a lot more locked in, a lot more concentrated on his thoughts, and a lot more focused, which I think is, I guess I aspire to be in a sense like that, because it's really fucking dope. Just as a person, and look on to that. It's similar to my dad and other people like that. Not like relating them to, but the mindsets of like, they focus on what they need to get done and they get it done. But talking about the saying that I was saying is Joe Bartolozzi. It's I heard the saying from him. It's yesterday's depression, tomorrow's anxiety, and I don't remember the exact thing, but I say today is a present, because the present, yeah, like it's like a gift. Like you're gifted with the day. You never know if you're gonna make it to another day with your beliefs or whatever you believe in. Obviously, some people differentiate, but the point is, it still stays true, is that you're just trying to. Some people live for tomorrow and they're just overly anxious and they're just worrying about too much on their plate because they can't fit it all on that fucking tiny ass plate. Because that plate's only made for today, not for tomorrow, and the anxiety and the depression because they're too worried about what happened in the past instead of changing or becoming a better person, or for not forgetting what happened, but using that almost as their momentum push to like leap themselves forward. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was an amazing video. Sorry this was a long one. I don't think anybody will watch this video. I don't think anybody will even get to the end of this. And honestly, shit does get hard sometimes. I know that I'm not the best creator. I know that I'm not the funniest, the craziest, the most over the top. I just hope one day I can create a following or community where I can make people smile, and smile in a similar sense to this. Like, it's super cool to see this journey kind of written out, not just from the sense of like, oh, he was here, his numbers were here, he was here, but to show who he truly became from what he was to what he became to what he became from experiencing that person that he didn't like. Because without that person he didn't like, he understands that he wouldn't be where he is, but that doesn't mean you have to stay that person. You know what I mean? Just because Darth Vader did a lot of horrible things and he became that person, it doesn't mean his last moments can't be good. You know what I like? And that's not, like, obviously not a great example. I don't really know Star Wars too well, but I just know it a little bit. I know he did a lot of fucking up shit, and I know he's a horrible person, but that concept still holds true. No matter what you've done in your life, it doesn't mean you can't change. Obviously, nobody has to like you. Nobody has to enjoy you as a person, but that is just a true testament to how reality actually is. So, deuces. I love you guys. Thank you all for those who've subbed. We're almost at 200, which is kind of insane just for this channel. I love you guys so much. I make a lot of videos. I upload every day. If you guys want to see us live, twitch.tv/naxsale. Description down below for all my links. Bye, guys. Hope you guys have a great day, year, month, whatever it is. I hope it's fucking amazing. Love you, video, man.